more 136 deaths. The number of deaths from coronaviruses in China exceeded 2,000. China recorded an additional 136 deaths from the new coronavirus on 18 halves, raising the total number of deaths in the country to 2,004. South Vietnam Morning Postal newspaper, SCMP, conductivity figures from Hubei Health Commission said, in 18 halves, the province had an additional 132 deaths from the new corona strain virus, COVID-19, raising the number of deaths from this virus at the heart of Hubei to 1,921 people. The new number of infections also increased by 1,693, raising the COVID-19 population to 61,682. The number of new infections in yesterday was at the lowest Hubei since 11 halves and is the second consecutive day below the threshold of 2,000 ca. In the whole of mainland China, the deaths of COVID-19 yesterday were 136, raising the total number of deaths from the virus here to 2004 and around the world to 2009. To date, almost 13,000 people have been treated from symptoms caused by COVID-19, which are mainly in China. At the Hubei Center, more than 9,100 people recovered and discharged, while more than 11,000 people remained in severe or critical condition. Earlier, on 17 halves, China reported the new number of infections in the lowest day since January 1 and the deaths for COVID-19 were the lowest of a week. However, the General Director of the World Health Organization, WHO, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that the number of new infections has decreased, but caution is still required. Mr. Tedros repeatedly warns, translating the COVID-19 can be played in any direction. Since the COVID-19 acute pneumonia caused a flare-up from the end of last year, Chinese officials have now come to cope in order to prevent widespread outbreaks. Last week, the chairman of China's proximity to the Pacific led an additional 2,600 to the military physician to Wuhan to support anti-epidemic. At the center of Wuhan, the local government also began implementing a 3-day campaign to partition, detect and quarantine all infected and infected in the city over 11 million people. International professionals in the delegation of WHO started this week came to China to investigate, support the response to COVID-19, while scientists in the world race against time to craft COVID-19 vaccines. According to a study published yesterday by Chinese researchers, most people who infected COVID-19 in China only have mild symptoms and the most susceptible people are the elderly and those with pre-existing pathology. In another related performance, Chinese Disease Control and Prevention Center (CDC), as of the day 11 halves, more than 3,000 medical personnel of the country were infected with COVID-19. This figure raises 1,303 shifts compared to the last week's report of the committee. According to the CDC, among the more than 3,000 aforementioned medical personnel, 1,716 people have positive test results with COVID-19 and have mild illness symptoms, while 1,303 people are diagnosed with an infected or suspected disease.